Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer. Welcome back to Out of the Park Baseball 21, episode number 2 of our Seattle Mariners Worst to First series. Skip forward just a few days. We wrapped up our first series of the season, and it took 4 games to finally pick up a win. Yes, that's what we're in for. Now, Gene Selmo, we were able to get him signed. That was the 3-star potential player in the free agency pool, the only one out there. So we got him signed up. Weekly team power rankings. We are 24th. All right, 24th out of 30 would be where we would hope to be. But we're actually only 25th, so it's even better. No, not really. Somehow the Angels are below us. Are they really that bad? And the Rockies? I can see that, but the Cubs and the Nationals? No. That's got to be wrong, right? Single season records for walks. Of course, Barry Bonds dominates that one. It's terrifying for people to go up against him. And as opposed as I am to the use of steroids in the sport, and yes, he was far from the only one in the time period. In fact, most players were using, and he was really one of the last players. You could see the clear difference from the year that McGuire and Sosa got all the attention in their home run race, and meanwhile he was absolutely killing it and clean that season and getting zero attention. And then all of a sudden the next year he showed up 20 pounds heavier, bulked up like crazy, and then started crushing home runs just like them and easily blew them out of the water. It was a bad time for him to be the best player in the sport at that point and get zero attention and just get walked all day. And then all of a sudden he bulks up and just starts cranking him over the fence and does what the other guys were doing. Cahill done already. Yikes. All right, well, let's go ahead and push through another week and see what the team can do in the short term for us. Dang, another one. Hudson, season done. Just barely getting started. Team power rankings, we drop a spot to 26th. Now things have changed a little bit as everybody's kind of actually picking up some sort of ranking here. The White Sox and Mets on top. That's a surprising start to the season. The team 4-6, looking a little bit better at this point, 10 games into the season. That's relatively respectable at 4-6, and you wouldn't expect much more beyond that in the short term for this team. Now, we are also starting to see that there are some teams with players on the trade block, and that's what we're going to look for. So early season, I'm just going to let things play out a little bit. Trying to make moves too early is just really bad for us, and it's a bad recipe for trying to get moves done. Trade deadline is going to be a much easier time. We go into the apparently best team in the league, and at 7-2, they certainly are off to a good start. The Chicago White Sox. So this could be a rough little stretch. Let's go ahead and pump out another week. Averages are starting to normalize a little bit. There's Nationals, Juan Soto. Upton gets his 300th homer. And team power rankings. We actually move up a little bit to 24th, so apparently it wasn't that bad of a week. Seven and 10, yeah, kind of holding steady. Astros off to a good start. Angels off to a good start. Rangers, A's, we're struggling a bit. Now, the first 17 played, which still isn't that far into the season. Let's take our first look at the team and kind of how we're doing at this point. D. Gordon, of all people, hitting 296, Smith 261, and then it already drops to Seager at 239. We only have 2 players hitting 260 or better on the entire team right now. 3 home runs is leader with Vogelbach. He's also got 10 RBI, first one into double digits. Alex Smith with 8 stolen bases to start the season, so that's pretty dang good. He's hitting 296 and he's hitting 296, but not on the list. Apparently he's just short of... Oh no, that's D. Gordon. Where's my Alex Smith? There it is. 261 for him. 69 at bats. He's got just 3 RBI, and his slugging's only a 290. But overall, on base at 346 is good. 8 stolen bases helps move him along. And Kyle Seager apparently is doing well to start the season. A couple homers, the RBI, the slugging percentage really helping him. Kikuchi, the only one off to a good start in the ERA department. Literally the only one. Also has a couple wins so far. Managed the most innings early on. Marco Gonzalez, despite not having a great ERA and just the 1 win, he's got 21 strikeouts and apparently doing enough for a decent wins above replacement. Mitch Haniger out for 4 weeks. I believe that was a preseason thing. Primary lineup, J.P. Crawford off to a terrible start. Tom Murphy not doing too well either. Vogelbach, even though his average is low, he's at least pumping in home runs and RBIs. Johan Ramirez, really poor start to his season. 3 games, just 12 innings, 9 walks, with nearly 1 run per inning. Alright, we'll knock out another week here, and then we're going to start breaking things down. It's a little too early into the season to bother with making any sort of moves. Oh, Alex Smith hurt the next day. Bruised elbow. Okay, that's good. Okay. Chen wants an extension, but he's only a 1.5 star guy. And he's not Japanese, he's Taiwanese, so that's not really helping our anything at this point. He is off to a good start this season, 2.84 ERA. Has a win, he's done 5 games, 12 innings. We'll see if he can maintain that. It's a little early to bother with an extension with him. Longoria gets his 300th. Just 3 so far this season. Okay, so trade proposal coming from Texas. They want to send an old guy for a couple young guys, including our best minor leaguer. You've got to be kidding me. Straight reject. And here we go. The rankings, Astros and Angels right there at the top. It's tough when your division rivals are doing really well, but we're all the way up to 19th now. And that's probably a higher point than I would have expected to see us anywhere this season. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's out there. Rookie draft's still going to be about a month and a half away. If I remember correctly, right at the start of June, around the 5th or something like that. All free agents. I'm assuming we're still in that same pool. Okay, Tom Hackamere, 2-star, 3-star potential. Not the greatest control, but he's a decent little pitcher. Bullpen kind of guy. Double-A, we might as well bring him in, you never know. Now for a minor league contract. Back into the player list. And then our 2.5-star guys. Half-star, 2.5-star potential catcher. Might not be a bad thing to pick somebody like this up. Not the greatest at his position, but he's got okay ratings there. He's slow, but not the worst, and catchers aren't normally fast. Good discipline, ability to avoid Ks. He'll be a singles kind of hitter, it looks like. Some doubles. Rookie league, hasn't played since 2018. Scouting accuracy is very low. Can we get a scouting report? There we go. That's what I need to do for a few of these guys, these young ones. Try to get something a little better evaluation-wise on those guys. Okay, we don't get that next batch until July. And the waiver wire. There are some guys out there, and there is a little bit of skill in this. I mean, Ryan Weber, for example, is pretty affordable. This right fielder, Cesar Puello. Nice if that was just a shortcut button. Let's get scanner reports on each of these guys because we need to learn a little more about them. They're all affordable, and apparently they're all decent. And as bad as we are, that's a pickup. we could start trading some players away, 2-for-1s kind of thing, and then pick these guys up. Push forward and we can see what we get. Personal message, okay. Okay, so he's rated now at 2.5 stars, not 3. Or he was 3 anyway. Or was 2.5, I mean. It's not bad. 2.5 stars is something that you can use as a trade. Use to trade up. Player with a little bit of potential. This guy actually looks like a decent talent here. Not developed terribly well, but so far. Okay, 2 stars. And Adam Morgan apparently is 2.5 right now. Already developed. Decent talent here. Actually, he's had a good start to the season with Philadelphia in 5 innings. Actually, he'd be an improvement upon some of our guys. Wow, look at that. We're 15 and 13 right now. Holy cow. Not sure how that's happened. Alright, so we've signed Gonzalez and Casilla. No, that's okay. Ricky Henderson. Leader in runs scored. Nice. Latest power rankings, we're all the way up into the mid-table at 16th. That's crazy that we continue to do well despite a lot of the team playing pretty poor. We really just have not had a great start to the season, and yet somehow we're still in this thing. Walker, Ramirez, and Marco Gonzalez, 3 starters with a 5+ ERA. Bullpen's done a pretty phenomenal job so far helping. You can see here, outside of D. Gordon, who continues to do well, Shed Long, he's getting there now. Dylan Moore's done well in his limited games. Smith, Gonzalez, and then it really drops off. Bishop, Seager, Murphy, and then Vogelbach and Crawford have been horrendous at the plate so far this season. Really bad. Really bad. Vogelbach at least has done a little bit in other areas, but J.P. Crawford, why are we doing so poorly? Let's get more for his defense, but as a shortstop, it should be higher than that. Last year was only 226, but this is worse. So, waiting in the wings for us at the AAA level is definitely one player who is a solid prospect for us that I've been looking at first base. And I think I'm going to give it another week and see how he's doing. And if he continues to tear it up in AAA like he has so far, I think I might be ready to make a move. Okay, Weber, 2 stars. Gonzalez, right field, just a 2-star kind of guy, but has played relatively well this season. Came over from Cleveland. He's hitting 250. Not exactly somebody I'm worried about right now, especially at his age. Okay, so the team slipped down the order a bit, back under 500, 15, 17. Still not doing too terrible, though. I mean, considering where we could be, should be, we're okay. But Crawford, Murphy, and Vogelbach really hurting this lineup. And even though Vogelbach's got those 6 home runs, so, the player we're looking at, go here. The main one we're looking at is White. He's already pretty solid, and he's got that potential to get even better. And yeah, he's still hitting to another week or two from where I checked on him. He's hitting 364. His OPS is over 1. Wins above replacement is already at 1. I think I'm ready to give him a call-up. Now the question is who to send down. I think Vogelbach might go to some sort of combination of DH role and not actually be sent down. I do have one space down there. That's right, we went to 26 players this year. I forgot they did that. Additional roster spots. These are the two guys that are weak, and I think Moore was doing okay. I think it's Lopez who hasn't done anything. While he can play multiple positions, he's useless to us, and yeah, he's hitting 186. So Lopes. Okay, bring him down to AAA. And then we're going to bring up White in his place. And there you go, he's into the side. 24-year-old getting his first call up. Let's go ahead and give it a week and then check in, see if he's played by that point. Yohan Ramirez picks up an injury. That's minor. It's day-to-day. Nothing need to worry about too much. Haniger is going to be back in a week. That's good. Nice. Building his profile a bit. Cesar Puello. 2-star guy. Otani out hurt. Oh, Seager crowned best player. But no. The other Seager, Corey. I bet you we're back down the order. We are 23rd again. Still in 4th place, or at least not last. A lot of injuries. Walker also hurt in that last game. It's not a good sign for us, as we're already struggling. Team stat rankings, 36 games into the season. Runs scored 11th, batting average 230, which is 15th, right in the middle. On base 12th, OPS is 15th. So batting-wise, dead even, right in the middle. But stolen bases is first, so that's one area we're doing really well. Yeah, base running plus 3.2. Runs against is 12th. Starters ERA is 12. Bullpen doing really good at 3rd. So our defense is a little above average. Offense is right at average, and that's helping us hang in there a bit. Vogelbach almost back to 200, but Crawford down to 9th in the lineup. Evan White is in, so Vogelbach is now the DH, and that knocked our player who was playing best, the best average on the team, D. Gordon, is suddenly the player that the manager decided to leave out and moved Vogelbach into that DH role. Shed Long into second base and D. Gordon to the bench to let Evan White play, who has a 231 average to start. 13 at bats so far. Give it a little more time. Not sure that taking out the hot hitter in D. Gordon was the greatest idea, especially on Vogelbach outside of some home runs. Hasn't done anything. We really need the team's help, sir. I've been working really hard to try and rally the guys on the team around the idea of helping the community. I feel like we can do more than nearly any other entity in Seattle to raise awareness for the plight of the less fortunate. What can you do to show support and provide awareness for the community? Remember, the amount of money you can give will be nothing compared to the amount of goodwill you receive from the local community. Let's start a charity. Our best performing player right now. White drilled 3 home runs, and we lost anyway. Oh, man. What a game for the rookie, though. Now hitting .333. Hits his first 3 home runs of his career, all in the same game. And our draft pool is revealed. Okay. So Austin Martin, 21-year-old shortstop. That's a big grab right there. And coming out of college, meaning he's got to be nearly ready. Mostly field players in the top. Looks like we're going to have the 6th pick. It's a good spot to be in. They've got us going after Mick Abel, who's a 3.5-star potential kind of guy. That's a good option. He's coming out of high school, though, so it's going to take him a long time to develop. I think we might go for the highest potential player available with a pick that high. Gotta be some pretty good ones. No supplemental picks. Alright, well, our opening season is off to a pretty good start for such a bad team. At 16-21, we're out of it. We're not competing. We've only won 2 of the last 10, and so this is a bad stretch for us. But we've hung in there a fair bit this season, and there's definitely teams that are worse off than we are. I mean, even in our own division and throughout our league, we are far from the worst team. By far from the worst, I mean there's 4 teams with a worse record than us. But still. Same with the National League. There's a number of teams below us. And so while we're not good, we're definitely not the worst team out there. So I'll take it. Team's hanging in there. Moves could and should start to happen before too long. It's May now. That first draft is going to be a big step for us, as we're going to need to get the most potential we can in players. But that's going to do it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to hit that like button. It goes a long way towards supporting the channel and help getting this series off the ground. I still have a relatively small channel, just slightly under 1,000 at the time of recording. And it takes that like button for the YouTube algorithm to pick it up. So if you don't mind, hit that like button, and I'll see you next time. Have a good one. Be safe out there. Bye for now.